Hi, I'm Dylan Busey.
And I'm Michael Battinger.
We're here to talk to you about energy. Our two fuels are electricity and gasoline. Both of them are valid fuels that have many examples of their use in everyday life. However, when comparing the two, electricity shows many more advantages and way more efficiency than gasoline does. Gasoline is a fossil fuel. It is made through a process that lasts millions of years. During this process, dead plants and animals from millions of years ago condense and form into fossil fuels, gasoline being one of them. Because of this, and many other reasons, it shows a lot of disadvantages and overall not much efficiency, which is why electricity is better than it. Electricity is a fuel source with many advantages. There are many ways you can obtain electricity. These ways include wind turbine, use of dams, and many other ways. This flexibility when obtaining energy and when producing electricity, along with many other advantages, are what makes electricity superior to gasoline.
First, let's talk about the environmental impacts of gasoline. Gasoline is a fossil fuel, which means that in order to obtain gasoline, we must drill into the ground. This drilling process itself is very dangerous for both the environment and the workers doing the drilling. Some risks of this process include oil spills, which pollute the environment and can endanger the workers, and also running the rig itself, which also pollutes the environment. Using gasoline also emits carbon, which is bad for the environment because it pollutes the air and destroys the ozone layer. This is an awful contrary to the effects of electricity. Electricity can be obtained from many energy sources, which means that if you use green energy such as wind power or hydropower, you can produce no negative effects for the environment. Electricity also produces no emissions, meaning producing the energy itself is perfectly safe for the environment.
Next, let's talk about the cost. Gasoline is obtained from drilling oil, as stated earlier. Therefore, you have to pay to run these drills in order to obtain the crude oil in the first place. After this, you need to refine the crude oil in a costly process. Crude oil is also expensive itself if you need to obtain it, but you don't have any drills. This is because crude oil is a fossil fuel, meaning there is a finite supply of it. Electricity is relatively cheap when compared to gasoline. This is because you can obtain electricity from many different sources. The most cost-efficient sources are green sources of electricity. These green methods include dams, wind turbines, and solar panels, among many others. These are cheap because you don't have to build them once, then you can gain energy. Electricity, since it comes from many sources, is also
Now let's talk about the energy efficiency of each energy source. Electricity is vastly more energy efficient than gasoline, with a conversion rate of 59 to 62% of the electrical energy from the grid to power at the wheels. This is greatly more efficient than gasoline. Most gasoline combustion energies average around 20% thermal energy efficiency. Electric cars such as Teslas are also expected to last over 400,000 miles, which is amazing compared to gasoline cars, which average 200,000 miles. Gasoline-powered cars on average an energy rate of 33.41 kilowatts per gallon. Cars hold an average of somewhere from 12 to 16 gallons per tank, which when combined with the 33.41 kilowatts per gallon can get us with 400.92 kilowatts or 534 kilowatts on average. Meanwhile, electric cars can use 34 kilowatts to travel 100 miles, and most cars have a 70-mile range. This is why electricity is more energy efficient than gasoline.
In conclusion, due to many of the reasons we've talked about, electricity is a way better energy source. These reasons include cost, which electricity is superior in due to it being a renewable energy source. Another reason is it's easier to obtain because of said renewable energy source. And lastly, it is better due to its energy efficiency, which we've used examples of cars among many others.